program is brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When running a business means
Wait, what do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with e-wallet bulk send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Good evening and a warm welcome to First Issues. Thank you so much for joining us in the program. Private business is the base upon which social development, education, healthcare and social security rely. In fact, the Trade Forum indicates that since the creation of the original Millennium Development Goals in 2000, the crucial role played by the private sector in delivering economic, social and environmental development have been better explained to mean the community at work. The publication, however, reiterates that the role of private business is not only limited to financing and investment. The innovative capacities, human resources, expertise and technological inputs are other significant contributions. To continue being a pivotal player in all these areas, private businesses need to adopt sustainable business practices, which has proven to be fleeting for some. In short, sustainability bolsters the bottom line, boardrooms and corporate reputations. In light of the aforementioned, to recognize the significant strides made by the players in the Botswana private business fraternity to strike a balance between the delicate sustainability and bottom line curtain, Grant Thornton started the Private Business Growth Awards in 2015. This year, the awards were held under the theme Celebrating Sustainability. For 5 consecutive years, the awards saw different private businesses go head-to-head to win the coveted awards as they signify a stamp of approval for their good works. Nevertheless, it would not be remiss for one to wonder about what quantifiable impact the awards have had for various winners in the last 5 years, as opposed to just being a marketing exercise for strategic brand placement. Joining us on the program is Grant Thornton Managing Partner Kalyana Ram Vijay, who gives us tangible examples of the impacts the awards have made over time and what they have learned that could improve the awards moving forward.
Grant Thornton has been operating in Botswana for the last 4 decades, and our main base has been with the private sector in Botswana. So we thought it's very fitting for us to give back to the private sector, and that's how the Private Sector Growth Awards got conceptualized 5 years back in 2015. We said the best person to associate with is the private sector arm, which is Business Botswana, and we aligned with the Botswana Investment and Trade Center as well. So together we launched the Private Business Growth Awards, which, God willing, with all the blessings, has entered the 5th year today.
All right, so 5 years later, one may wonder what quantifiable achievements, people who've won awards have. You may share with us some example, because to some other person it's just simply a brand placement exercise.
See, the main inspiration behind the awards is growth. And growth is not about getting bigger. Now, as we keep talking, sustainable growth is very important, and how better are we? How are we going to be doing our share in terms of the sustainable development goals is the way to look at. So effectively, when you see that that's been the whole spirit, we are very proud to say that this year, when the first year when we had, I remember we had about 16 participants, but then this year, it has crossed 116 participants across every district in Botswana. But the point here is it's not about the numbers, it's about to create a platform for all these businesses to showcase the great job which they do in Botswana. And that's the spirit of this whole thing. And when we go deeper, we get to meet such phenomenal businesses which we never knew before. And the pride here is not being just Habroni based, it's across the country. So that's the inspiration for us, and we'll keep continuing to do this. It makes a big difference to the businesses for them to be recognized externally. Probably they might know that they're doing a wonderful job, but when somebody independent externally recognizes, it gives so much confidence. And more than that, it creates an inspiration for future businesses to emulate them and say, we would like to be part of the Private Business Growth Awards going forward.
Okay, so 5 years later, do you think there's anything or, ways that you could have done these awards any more differently that you wish to do going forward?
Yeah, the ideas keep coming, no doubt about sky is the limit. Having said that, we said let's have clarity. We started off with a single award, and then we migrated into 2 awards, which is the large category and the medium category. And when you look at it, the award covers across industries. And as you're talking now, you saw there was a special award which came, women empowerment. So youth is something which keeps getting talked every year. So frankly, in this business, in this awards, when you look at it, because the medium enterprises covers small and medium, it gives an opportunity for every kind of business to look at it. But then the opportunities for growth are endless. We will keep on looking at how to bring in innovation into this within the practical limitations which we should be aware of.
Let us then speak about sustainability. Do you think they're sustainable for businesses to look at and then go forward from there instead of just looking at it, we've won an award and that's it?
Winning an award is a status as of this current year. It's extremely important that the businesses do not just take it easy at this point of time. They've reached a point with all the hard work which they've done. But then the changes which is happening in current age is just beyond our imaginations. We just keep changing every day.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When it means
What do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with eWallet Bulk Send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Welcome back to the program. Here to share their success tales with First Issues are Alpha Direct CEO Arun Iyer and Group CEO for Motovac Anil Kumar. Under their belts, the 2 companies have collectively been in business for almost 40 years. How did they do it, you ask? Well, what echoes from the 2 gentlemen is their identical ideologies on business and never becoming complacent no matter your market share. Here's the story.
So I think what's important about winning something like this is that it's a validation that your thoughts, your idea, your vision, what it is that you wanted to achieve in the world is actually has some merit. So it's like a stamp of approval. I think that's a really good thing. The other thing is winning such an award helps us to raise capital, to meet potential new investors, to give credibility to our business model. And I think those all help in terms of improving our sustainability. I think in order to win this award, you already have to have a business that's fairly sustainable, that's already achieved something out there that's exceptional. And I think the fact that we've got this vision for what we want to achieve, and this vision is aided by winning an award like this, is very, very important, very meaningful to us.
This is an evaluation process. The winning, actually there are some criteria to be
evaluated by the outside team, as you were saying. And that makes us to go more into ourselves, introspect ourselves and see where can we improve. Business is dynamic all the time. It needs changes, and it looks for changes all the time. And we need to act immediately. Whenever the change has happened, we should realign our thought process, our strategy decisions accordingly. And this makes us to evaluate where is our innovation structure, where do we stand regard to people's empowerment, all those aspects when we evaluate, and how much have we improved from last year to this year. So every year it's an evaluation process and making ourselves that, okay, we have done well. Even if we don't get the stamp of the Grant Thornton, but at least we can evaluate ourselves that, yes, we have improved in this aspect here, and there are we were lacking here, where we have to improve next.
The first 3 years of many businesses is usually the most trying for an entrepreneur. As it may be common knowledge, most startups collapse before the end of 3 years in operation, with only about 10% of them surviving. Arun says they experienced slow growth for the first 3 years, only making profit right on the cusp of the 1000th day.
I think the first 3 years are always the most difficult of any business. Usually you're not making money. So they say it takes 1,000 days for a business to start making money if it's going to be successful. And I think we crossed over that cusp like literally on the 1,000th day. That's literally how it was. I think the way I would see it is there's many times when you'll feel like your business isn't going to make it, your dream is not going to become a reality. And what's important at those times is to have people around you that vet what you're doing, vet what you're saying, and help guide you in the right direction. So as a young founder and somebody that has a vision for what he wants to achieve and what he wants to contribute to the world, I think it's very important to have the right mentors, the right advisors, people that have your vision's best interest at heart. And that for me has proven to be a real blessing. The other thing is constant continuous development of your team. I think if you have faith in your team, if I was to say today that, we've reached a certain level because I did it, I think that's completely incorrect. It's a whole team. It's a group of people coming together with a common culture and a common goal and a common vision, and just working really hard to achieve that dream. And for me, that I think is very powerful, because that's the reason why we exist as businesses. That's the reason why we create organizations. And if you look at both us as Alpha Direct and Motivac, what you'll find is the unique thread in our business is that we value ourselves as a member of society. We look at ourselves as a contributing member of society. And that's very powerful. The minute you start focusing on what value can you add to society, society rewards you with success. And so I think I announced it on stage. My mentor, my chairman, lead investor, extremely successful entrepreneur in the US. He told me when I met him and I asked him to invest in this idea that I had at that point in time. He said, do the right things for the right reasons and the right results will follow. And so I've lived by that mantra from that day till today. And I hope to live with it for the rest of my life. But that's our organizational philosophy. So if you look at, whether it's us or Motivac and what Private Business Growth Awards looks for in companies, in organizations, it's not just the company that goes out, makes the most amount of money, creates the most amount of jobs or whatever it is. It's this underlying philosophy, this philosophy of we are part of a society and we have a responsibility to this society to create value, to create momentum, to achieve things which show other people or inspire other people to also try and do the same thing. So what I really would like to add to this conversation is that if us two sitting up here can do this, we're just human beings. We have the exact same intelligence, the exact same articulacy that everybody else has. So why are we here, and why are the people that are watching your show not here? That's what they need to think about. And we want to inspire people watching your show to be here next year, the year after, and many years after that.
After being in business for a sizable amount of time, most enterprises become complacent and comfortable, resulting in poor service delivery and unhappy customers. With well over 3 decades in the auto parts industry, Anil says Motivac strives to reinvent themselves with each passing year to deliver the best service to their customers.
The moment you say you're complacent, then you're dead. There is no growth. It is not how many years you are there. The present moment that is what drives us. Whatever happened is past, and now what we are doing today for the future, for tomorrow, that is what drives today. So we always have some innovative ideas, like we have put now e-commerce systems. We can order through online, first in Botswana again. And our logo is always first in auto parts. Many places we are first in this industry.
Even though it doesn't make financial sense sometimes.
Yes, many times it doesn't. But that has to go innovation. That is it. And that is business. There is no, anybody can sell spare parts. But the ideas and the innovations, we have it. And that makes us a leader. And that, whenever you're complacent or, lazy, you can say, then you're done. Yeah, I don't think you have a scope. So that is actually our strength, as which I believe.
When running a business means
Where did I put that receipt?
we can help you with instant accounting, free software that does your bookkeeping for you. When it means
What do you mean the container hasn't arrived?
we help protect your business from risk with Mohwebi Insurance. And when it means
How do we pay our staff that don't have bank accounts?
we help you make multiple payments directly to people's phones with eWallet Bulk Send. At FNB, we're constantly innovating to help business owners at every stage of their journey.
Welcome back to First Issues. On this segment tonight, we speak about pre-retirement planning. Simply put, retirement is when a person ceases to work due to age. While pre-planning, on the other hand, is when a person plans on how they're going to live post-employment, which is done during a person's active days of work. It speaks to a number of issues which include how one is going to be financially secure after the fact. To live comfortably post-retirement, financial consultant Tumelo Tumelo advises that we start planning for retirement as early as possible.
Retirement is when a person ceases to work due to age, or when a person chooses to leave the workforce still due to age. Because in talking about retirement, there's early retirement, which differs from company to company. For some it's 50, for some it's 55. But this is to say the employees have more time or a bit of time until the employer tells them to leave the workforce or tells them now it's time to retire. And retirement planning now will be the process of determining your lifestyle and future. And in the process, you need to define how much you'll be earning or your retirement income goals. You need to determine what kind of a lifestyle do you wish to live. And most importantly, decisions that you're going to take in order to achieve these goals. The other question that people ask themselves is, when is the best age to plan for retirement? And honestly, as soon as you get access to income or as soon as you start working. Because retirement is that time where now people usually believe they'll live a luxurious life. I've been working, I want to live in a farmhouse, And some even talk about, oh no, I want to leave work early so that, I enjoy the benefits of traveling, this and that. But they don't realize that it comes with planning on how you're going to be able to afford such a lifestyle. So in also planning for retirement, you look at what is it that you'll be doing, because when you're working, your time is committed and you get income at the end of the month. But post-retirement, you have all of your time to yourself. The question now is, what are you going to do with it? A person can be retired and owning a formal business. One can decide to retire and be self-employed. Another person can be retired and volunteering or working part-time. And another person will choose to just be retired and taking it easy. So in planning for retirement, you decide, which person am I? What do I want to do during the time I am retired? we advise you ensure that it's a business that you can manage. You've acquired skills, expertise. Some people decide to get into consultancy, you know, and it's important to focus on returns of your business. You can be retired and self-employed. This is where you say your passion pays you. What you enjoy doing for the love of it should now be generating some income. Ladies are very good at housekeeping. Some of their houses look like lodges or, you know, hotels, and they're very good with people, so you can easily open a guest house. Some are very good with gardening. They can decide to monetize that talent or skill. And in volunteering, there's so many organizations that you can participate in. So ensure that whatever interests you, either it's issues of gender-based violence, it's issues of HIV and AIDS, cancer, men's health, you can participate in that avenue. And then it's also very, very important to now ensure that you cater for the financial aspects of retirement. How then do you ensure that you continue living and affording the things you used to while you were working? In the same token, retirement planning is not just for people who are formally employed. Even self-employed people or people in the non-conventional, you know, industries or in different industries, for lack of a better word, need to plan for retirement, either in venturing into businesses that generate passive income, venturing into annuities. They also need to reward themselves to say, I have been working for so and so years. I also deserve a dignified life post the time I am not working anymore. So it's important to engage financial consultants or financial planners for such services to plan for your retirement.
Join us again next week for another installment of First Issues. Until then, we wish you pleasant viewing. Good night. This program was brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.
FNB, how can we help you?